Hi YouTube, I'm Alan Sugano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and today's topic is about troubleshooting, or a specific category of troubleshooting. So it sounds pretty obvious, but in order to fix the problem, you have to first know where it resides. And a lot of times that troubleshooting process is finding out where the problem is more than half the battle, actually. So even if you can't solve the problem, if you could say something like, oh, I've narrowed down the problem, it's somewhere between the firewall and the router, but I don't have access to the router, I don't have access to the firewall, so I can't troubleshoot any further. That sounds a lot better than, all I know is it's not working, I have no idea how to fix this thing. So in order to fix the problem, you have to know where it resides. So an example of this is we got a call from a client that was having major disconnects and timeouts on one of their web pages, and they're a software as a service SaaS provider, and they're running in one of the cloud providers' portals, and so they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So I took a look, we did some troubleshooting, looked at some of the metrics, and they were with the support people troubleshooting this problem for like a week prior, and they just couldn't figure it out. So we took a look at it, and we're looking at all these metrics and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, when did this happen? Obviously asking the normal questions like, when did this happen? When did it start? Has anything changed? Is it reproducible? When does it happen? All of these will help you try to narrow down where the problem is. And one of the big smoking guns that we finally found is that what a certain process that they had was generating 3,000 more % in terms of traffic. Yeah, that sounds like we should take a look at that process to figure out what the heck was going on. So at least we went from, the universe, describe the universe, give two examples, to, okay, it looks like it's this specific process. We need to figure out why that is spewing so much traffic. It could be a compromise, could be people accessing it more, maybe they're accessing a feature. So anyway, that really helped the client to be able to narrow down, identify where the problem was, and from there, we didn't know anything about the software, so the developers went, okay, now at least we know where to look. So, and that's just an example of many that we've come across, but it is really, really important to know where the problem resides in order to fix it. So in order to fix the problem, you have to know where it is. In other words, if you're, I kind of joke sometimes, it's like, you're not even in left field in terms you're so far off, right? You can't even find the ballpark. You're not even in the parking lot of the ballpark. You can't even find the ballpark to begin with. So that is one of the things that's super critical to any troubleshooting process, is you have to know where the problem resides. And sometimes it sounds like it should be obvious, but sometimes it's really not obvious. So you really kind of need to narrow that down. So anyway, that's our tip of the week. And if you're an IT professional, right, you know that a good chunk of your work still is troubleshooting. We try to hopefully get ahead of that and be a little bit more proactive. But that being said, you're as a professional, like, you know what, I could fix that, right? So anyway, that's our tip of the week. If you like this content, please boink hit the subscribe button, boink hit the like button. It does help out the channel. If you have a really sticky problem that you're having trouble solving, you can send an email to info. Put a link here, info@adscon.com. adscon.com, sorry. Thanks a lot for listening. Stay safe out there. Happy troubleshooting. We'll talk to you soon.